She saved a Navy SEAL's life by removing 40 bullets with her bare hands, and they fired her for it. But 24 hours later, what the world did to her changed everything. This isn't just about betrayal. It's about justice, courage, and a twist that no one saw coming. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because stories like this will change the way you see the world. It started on a rainy Tuesday morning at Mercy Cross Hospital in Virginia Beach, a facility known for its strict protocol and elite clientele. Nurse Emily Carter, 31, wasn't new to pressure. She had served 2 tours as a trauma nurse in Afghanistan before returning to civilian life. She was the best in her field, respected by colleagues, trusted by patients, and had hands so steady they once sutured a commander's artery in a blackout bunker. That day, as she reviewed files in the quiet break room, a sudden code black alarm shattered the silence. A Navy SEAL had been airlifted in after a Black Ops mission went catastrophically wrong in Eastern Europe. His body was torn, riddled with over 40 bullets, yet he was alive, barely. What followed wasn't chaos. It was surgical fury. The ER team panicked, doctors hesitated, some refused to act without military clearance. Emily didn't wait. She grabbed gloves and dove into the OR, her instincts overriding politics. For nearly 5 hours, she worked, removing bullets, clamping arteries, massaging his heart manually when the monitor flatlined. Blood soaked her scrubs, her arms trembled with exhaustion, but she refused to stop. When it was over, he lived. Against every odd, the soldier, later identified as Lieutenant Mason Cole, survived. The hospital should have applauded. Instead, within hours, Emily was suspended. A formal letter arrived. Unauthorized surgical conduct, violation of protocol, interference with classified patient. She was escorted off the premises like a criminal. No explanations, no support, no second chances. But she didn't cry. Not then. She just stared at the building as rain hit her face like needles and whispered, "I'd do it again." News of the incident didn't break. It exploded. A junior intern secretly live-streaming the OR chaos for training. Documentation accidentally leaked a snippet online. Within minutes, the footage hit TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. It showed Emily, blood-covered and focused, pulling out the 37th bullet from Mason's abdomen while yelling, "I'm not letting him die, not today." The internet did what the system failed to do. It saw her. Hashtags trended within hours. Nurse hero, justice for Emily, now saved by Emily. Journalists began camping outside her apartment. Influencers made videos reenacting the moment. Veterans groups rallied in her defense. Even ex-Navy SEALs, some anonymously, began posting tributes. If that woman saved Mason, she saved a national hero. She saved one of us. But behind the camera flashes and interviews, Emily struggled. She didn't ask for fame. She couldn't pay rent. She couldn't sleep. She feared Mason might not survive the post-surgery infection or that the military would bury the truth. Then, exactly 24 hours after she was fired, a black SUV pulled up to her apartment. 2 men stepped out in suits, not hospital admin, not media. They introduced themselves quietly. "Ma'am, we're with the Department of Naval Intelligence. Lieutenant Cole is awake. He asked for you, and only you." Emily's world froze. Inside the SUV, she learned Mason had not only survived but demanded a public hearing. He wanted her name cleared, but more than that, he wanted her on his team. The military was launching a covert medical rescue unit, off the books, untraceable, for extreme operations, and he refused to lead it unless she joined. The mission: extract wounded operatives from conflict zones too dangerous for traditional medics. The salary? Classified. The risk? Fatal. Her answer? "When do we leave?" By week's end, Emily had traded her nurse's badge for a Black Ops med kit. Training began in the Nevada desert with former Delta Force medics, CIA field agents, and rogue paramedics who had worked in jungles and war zones. Emily outshone them all. Word spread fast. The woman who saved Mason was real. She wasn't just a story, she was a legend in the making. On her first mission, they dropped into a collapsing rebel camp in the Horn of Africa. 3 wounded intelligence officers lay under sniper fire, surrounded by landmines. Emily crawled through mud, dodging bullets, amputated a limb with garden shears, and used a ripped shoelace to stop bleeding, all while directing an evac chopper with a shattered radio. The footage? Again leaked. Again viral. Hollywood wanted rights. She refused. She didn't do it for fame. But back in the States, her old hospital board was crumbling. Under media and federal pressure, resignations flowed. The CEO who fired her was indicted for corruption. The hospital was rebranded the Emily Carter Trauma Center. Mason proposed quietly one autumn evening beneath a flagpole. "You didn't just save my life. You gave me purpose." She didn't respond with words. She kissed him. But the story didn't end there. Months later, a child soldier in Colombia was dying. Emily flew in, rescued him. A year later, a natural disaster hit Southeast Asia. Emily and her team were first, on the ground. Her face appeared on Time magazine under the headline, "The Nurse Who Changed War Itself." And yet, in every interview, every award ceremony, when asked what she wanted people to remember, she said the same thing. "All I did was save one man's life. They tried to destroy mine for it, but I'd do it again tomorrow." And millions in the US, the UK, and around the world believed her. Because heroes don't always carry guns. Sometimes they carry gloves and a heart that refuses to quit.